Hi, friends. Do you ever have the problem of your brain and your mouth being out of sync? Like when you're talking about someone, but you say the name of the person that you're talking to instead of the name of the person that you're talking about? That kind of thing happens to me all the time. And sometimes I recognize it, and sometimes I don't. Like this past Sunday, I referenced Proverbs 16:18, but in at least a couple of the services, I said Psalms instead of Proverbs, and I didn't even realize it until Pastor Bob pointed out to me later. Well, the same thing happened to me yesterday in the daily message. I meant to reference Matthew 18, but instead said Matthew 28. So if you went to look that up and thought, what in the world is going on, just know that it's me, not you. Well, today I do want to think a little bit more about Matthew 18, verses 21 and 22, in which Peter says to Jesus, "Lord, if another member of the church sins against me, how often should I forgive? As many as 7 times?" And Jesus said to him, "Not 7 times, but I tell you 77 times, or 70 times 7. Yesterday, I told you that the intent is not to give us a specific number of times that we're expected to forgive, but instead the intent is for us to forgive over and over and over again until relationships are reconciled and creation is restored. Well, today I want to help you understand how I came to that interpretation. In the Jewish scriptures and in Hebrew tradition, the number 7 symbolizes completion or perfection. For example, the first chapter of Genesis records how God created all things. How long did it take God to create the light and the planets and the stars and the animals and the trees? 6 days. But the creation was not finished until God employed a 7th day to rest and reflect and enjoy his creation. It was the 7th day that brought creation to completion. So the number 7 conveys a sense of completion and a call to restoration and healing and reconciliation. So Jesus' answer about forgiveness is radical, not because it suggests an astronomical number of times that we are to forgive, but because it expands our thinking about the nature and purpose of forgiveness. By saying that we are to forgive 70 times 7, Jesus shows us that forgiveness is about our participation in the complete restoration of creation. The act of forgiving someone else for an offense feels to us like a private, personal matter between 2 people. But in Jesus' view, it is a sacred act with cosmic implications. Magri de Vega, a United Methodist pastor in Florida, writes, "Forgiveness is full participation in the activity of God to restore all creation back to its original health, wholeness, and state of goodness. Forgiveness is so much more than just a small exchange between humans. Whenever you forgive, you participate in God's greatest ongoing project, the restoration of the whole world back to the way it was originally intended." End quote. Now, over the next couple of days, I'll share with you some practical ideas about what forgiveness is and what it isn't. But today, keep in mind that forgiveness is nothing less than kingdom building activity. A single act of forgiveness helps to build the kingdom of God, both in the cosmic universal sense and within our own heart, mind, and spirit. When you forgive, you participate in the healing of broken creation back to divine order. And you also move toward a greater sense of your own healing and wholeness. Thanks for listening. I'll see you again tomorrow.